Every few years, a game comes along that is considered the greatest of a generation. It doesn't happen all that often, but a game that performs far higher than anybody could have predicted, a game that appeals to such a broad audience that, again, nobody could have predicted. This year, it was Baldur's Gate 3, but this video is not about Baldur's Gate 3. This is about Elden Ring, which came out last year. And the reason that I class this as a game of the generation is because when it launched, similar to Baldur's Gate 3 this year, it took over social media, it took over all live streaming platforms such as Twitch and YouTube gaming and things like that. And it converted so many gamers who were not Souls-like fans in any way, shape or form. It took the industry by storm, and rightly so. It was the magnum opus, the culmination of all of the learnings that From Software had done, right back from the original Demon's Souls on the PlayStation 3, which was incredibly niche, incredibly like cult classic status. Then I got the remake on PS5. That's when I became a Souls-like fanatic. But all the way through Dark Souls, Bloodborne, Sekiro, to the culmination that was Elden Ring, this massive, gargantuan open world, a similar vein in which Breath of the Wild was, where it completely changed what an open world game could be. Now, this video isn't specifically about Elden Ring the game. This is about, of course, concept art books, and specifically not one, not two, not even 3 books, but we have 4 official works books to show today in today's video. It is split into, I guess, 2 sections. We have the official artwork, which is so gargantuan, is over 500 pages per book, and it comes in not 1 but 2 editions because there's just so much to this game. It's so vast, they couldn't put it into one massive edition because it would be 1,000 pages long. Instead, they split it up into 2 editions, and the same goes for the official strategy guide books, and they're dubbed the Books of Knowledge, which is just fantastic in keeping with the lore of the game, and we're going to be taking a look at those as well. So just to read the clip notes for you as to what each of these gives. So the official strategy guide 1, The Lands Between, and the official strategy guide 2, Shards of the Shattering Book of Knowledge. Just fantastic. So it gives you everything you could possibly want to know in terms of where items are, where armor sets are, how to tackle certain bosses. That's that. But then on the other side with the art books, it gives you everything you could possibly want to see in terms of the design of that. So without further ado, let's get these books open under the camera and have a really good deep dive look. Okay, opening up with the Books of Knowledge, The Lands Between and Shards of the Shattering. As you can see here, they are just gorgeously presented. And if I just hold this up, you can see the thickness of this here. It is absolutely massive, absolutely massive. Each one coming in at 512 pages. Of course, this is by Future Press. If I just hold that there, you can see the back of it with the rune emblem there. Quite special. So let's open this up and have a look. Inside you have a full map of the world. So spoilers for anybody, we are going to be opening this up, and I apologize if it will reveal any land masses that maybe you haven't seen yet. And it's broken down into different regions, which is fantastic. Shelfer River, Ansel River, and Deep Root depths down the bottom here. But let's open this up. This is the first time that this has been opened up, if we can get it all on camera. I don't think we can. It's so huge. There you go. Look, it's absolutely massive. From the very top, Michaela's Halig Tree, Consecrated Snowfield, Mountaintops of the Giants, the capital outskirts, all the way to the Altus Plateau. We've got Mount Gelmir, all the way down Liurnia of the Lakes. I'll try and move this up. Moonlight Altar, Limgrave is down here, and of course, who could forget Caelid? And if we boost over here, Crumbling Farum Azula. Look at that. And then if I fold this back up a little bit, the key at the side here tells you all of the sites of grace. Every single one listed out for you. There you go. Fantastic, fantastic. You can imagine just putting that framed up on your wall. But inside the book, let's take a look. So we have an introduction by Team Future Press, table of contents, and it breaks it down for you. Systems guide. Let's have a look at the actual chapter list actually. So we have the systems guide, the world guide, the dungeon guide, quest guide. As you can see, quite extensive. And of course, if you need help tracking your NPC characters, it will keep you all in line here. And finally, you have the world history as well to look at and go through. Absolutely everything you could possibly want is explained and broken down for you. But we're not going to go through absolutely everything here. I'm just going to give you a bit of a flavour. This is absolutely gargantuan. As you can see, it must have been a colossal undertaking because it gives you the mini map of each area and then it gives you the explanation for said area as well, the West Capital Rampart. And this is just the first book as well. And also, if you want to know where a certain piece of equipment is, a weapon or an armor set, this will tell you. Goodness me, look at that. There's some credits, and there's the key at the back, the index. It will tell you everything. If you want to know where the serpent's arrow is and the serpent bow, go to page 117. Just stellar. My goodness, imagine trying to proofread this. So that is book 1. Let's take a look at book 2. This also comes with something very special. Again, this is the first time I have opened this, so I have no idea what to expect. Oh my goodness, look at that. It is a series of prints. A Site of Grace. Haha, we know what that one is, right? And Stormvale Castle. And finally, Mogwin's Palace, I think it is. Fantastic. What a gorgeous, gorgeous little set of prints there. Those could definitely be framed and put on a wall somewhere. Again, same with this one as well. It's introduction again. We have the overview, again, combat guide, the bestiary, armaments and equipment, extras and indexes. So it's actually a different structure as well. The first book was all about maps and item locations. This is slightly different. So let's have a flick through. So this is very much telling you about incantations, about the star seals, amulets, and there's your breakdown of armor sets. And it actually gives you all of the stats as well for each thing in the game. Goodness me, imagine typesetting this. That is incredible. Absolutely incredible. All the weapons, look at that. No wonder it took 2 editions to do justice to this. Wild, absolutely wild. The enemies, there's good old patches, eh? Just fantastic. Okay, that is the official strategy guides called Books of Knowledge for Elden Ring 1 and 2, The Lands Between and Shards of the Shattering.
So I promised you 2 more books in the collection, and here they are. Elden Ring Official Art Book Volume 1 and Official Art Book Volume 2. Again, they are coming in at over 500 pages. There's a little look at the back of Book 2, but let's have a look at Book 1 first of all. Immaculately produced again. Part 1 is illustrations, Part 2 is the Lands Between concept art, broken down into subsections. For Part 3 is characters, tarnished and others. Absolutely incredible artistry again. And they have this incredible talent on just being able to pack history and story within each environment. Look at this. Truly, truly gorgeous. Let's not linger too long, we're just going to flick through because we have the second book to look at, lad. I don't know if this is coming across on camera, but the finish has a metallic sheen to it. Okay, let's just have a quick flick. Again, absolutely gargantuan. There's every single item. Here's your shields. Sword and board. That's what I like to play as well. Here's all the great runes. Fists and claws. Great spears. Twin blades. Here's your grey swords. Is the rune grey sword, a personal favourite of mine. And of course, the women blade. Think of the characters and creatures. Goodness me, look at that. Yes, I still have nightmares over you. And you, kindred of rot. So there you go, folks. That is a look at the official strategy guides, the books of knowledge, 1 and 2, and oh my goodness, these things are so heavy, and the official artworks, which are also 1 and 2. 4 books, each coming in at 500 pages, 2,000 pages of Elden Ring magnificence. Incredibly, incredibly special. And heavy. I'm going to put this down. Oh, goodness me, that will give you a workout. So let me know in the comments if you have played Elden Ring, if you were as taken with it as I was when I first played it, if you were no longer, if you were not really a Souls-like fan at all before the game came out, and then you tried it and then it just swept you up and now you are, or are you still not really a fan of these types of games? But anyway, thank you so much for your support. Thanks for watching, and